Okay, welcome guys to a Aglimpseoflife podcast. So, apparently you guys like to hear us talk, so we're back with another episode. Oh my god, the first episode I was telling Isaac that I will not do it because I think nobody will be interested in us talking, but apparently people are very interested in us talking. So today we're going to be talking about owning a pet!
Owning Poofy, huh? So what you gonna say? You're a bad dog. What you gonna say?
Give her the mic.
Yap, yap, yap.
Can you just hear her?
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, we're talking about
Whether
owning a dog
Yeah.
in Singapore and whether you should do it. Because I think I feel like a lot of people ask us like, should I get a dog? And I don't know, I just maybe it's a fun topic to talk about. And I am very passionate about dog stuff currently.
She has never been passionate about most things, but then recently she has been super passionate about dog.
Yes. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is things I wish I knew as a first-time pet owner. Okay. So what do you have in mind when I say that?
I think, okay, so I guess it really is like our journey, right? As owning like getting Poofy.
Anyway, Poofy is 1 year, 4 months now.
Yeah.
So we got her 1 year and 1 month ago. She was about 3 months old when we got her home. Yeah, into our house.
There are a lot of things like that I wish I knew lah, right?
I think you have more things that you wish you knew than me. So how about you start the ball rolling?
Like I always thought the commitment is like not that high. Like I imagine last time, okay, when I was younger, then I always like had some emotional problems, right? Then we talked about it in the previous episode.
Yes.
But like I always thought like, okay, you know, I study, then I have like this corgi walking around me, then that's all. Then maybe just clean a bit and all that. I like, you know, it's like a companion, then very nice. Then probably can go overseas with the dog and all. But then I realized it's actually more commitment than like, you know, like a soft toy.
Yeah, heck. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we also like kind of like disagree about. Because he's like, yeah, this one no need lah, that one no need lah. Then I'm like, no, what do you mean don't need? Need. Everything also need.
And yeah, I think that's so number one, commitment. Like I didn't know how much commitment it would take. And
also because I'm very particular as a dog owner. Let's set the stage first because I'm really very particular. A lot of things cannot. So yeah, but I mean I just want to give like care lah.
And I think the most for me is like how much time in terms of like if I want to travel, then how much hassle it is to
travel
like
a dog.
Travel not with a dog, like to have a dog and travel as like a couple. Yeah, I think that's the biggest for me.
I think it's not really hassle lah. It's like more of like you'll miss your dog, then you worry whether she okay or not, that kind of thing.
Maybe that's you lah, but
then what are you even worried about?
Like not worried is like because you have to put her in a daycare, and then the daycare costs money.
Yes.
And sometimes the daycare not very good.
Yeah.
Or what? Or like if you want to bring her overseas, then some countries cannot go. And you need to do like jab here, jab there, and all that kind of thing before you travel to these places.
Yeah, so we are actually bringing Poofy to Switzerland and Italy in May. That's why that's like a thing that we're thinking about. Yeah. So there's a lot of like paperwork and like jabs and like stuff to do. So
correct. So imagine like your trip already like a few $1,000s. Then you need to add that amount of days or times like maybe $50 per day.
50 to 80. 50 to 80.
Accommodation for her. Yeah.
I think one of the things that I wish I knew as a first-time dog owner is like how much training is necessary within the first 1 to 3 months. And this is the part where Isaac is like not very sure about because he didn't really do the training. It was mainly me, and it was actually very, very like tiring. I remember the first time like my friends saw me, like so Poofy came home already. Then within 3 weeks, my friends came over. Then the first time I opened the door, then they were like, oh my god, what happened to you? Why you look like shit? Because I was really like super like stressed and like, cause you don't really know what to do with this little thing. Like especially if you get like a pom, right? Which is like a very, very small breed. When we brought her back, she was only like 1 kg. That's like small and so fragile. Then very scared to like shower her. Very stressed when I need to shower her. Then very stressed when like need to teach her how to like toilet and stuff like that. So I think the first 3 months is like the toughest.
Yeah, I still remember that time. Wow, we wake up every day at like what 6 plus 7.
Yeah.
Then we have to like
7:30 sharp.
we
wake
all wake up, like the whole family. Then it disrupted my gym schedule also, cause I like routines and I like to like, okay, every morning wake up at a certain time, then go to the gym and go somewhere, right? And like work and then come back home. But like when at the Pufi's first 3 months, it was very disruptive. Like just cannot, once I cannot wake up too early, because if I wake up too early, then Pufi will wake up. Then once you wake up already, then I send the whole ball rolling. Everybody need to wake up the whole,
I remember.
For like at least 3-4 months is like the commitment
like
very high and very
once
tired.
you wake up, then I like, then after that she'll start to need to pee, need to poo, need to eat, then wine. Yeah, it's just a lot.
And I think I remember that time we both burned out. Like remember after our Europe trip, then after that we just I think Pufi had to do with me after taking care of Pufi for like 3-4 months. Then we just burned out completely.
Yeah, we did. That's so sad. But I think it's also because we are like first time. Like honestly, if now I have another dog, I don't think I'll go through like the same amount of stress. Because I know exactly like what I need to do, like the amount of training that needs to be done, and like what is expected of her, like or whoever, like whatever dog it is, like quiet she go bark. Yeah, but like it also takes time lah. And then like I think sometimes we don't really understand that like they are still babies. Like you know, at 3 months, 4 months, you think, oh, very long already, why you still cannot get it? Why you still cannot get it? Or like even 8 months, 9 months. But then it's like they're not even 1 year old yet. What do you expect them to get lah? So that's the training part lah for me. Like one of the things that I wish I knew also.
Okay. Yeah. You are very particular about Pufi lah. To me, it's like I think
he's not very that's one of the things that we talk about. Like I said, he's really not particular.
So what does it mean by particular?
Okay, so what does it mean?
So I think okay. What I think particular means like the food.
Okay. So you must be talking about particular, like when you say particular, when you say I'm particular, like in what way am I particular? Hello? Yeah, in what way am I particular?
Yeah, so like, I don't know, I think other dog owners, right, they are very like
chill
one lah. So like feed kibbles, like easy, just buy the cheapest thing.
Yeah, we'll talk about diet later.
Buy the cheapest thing, then maybe walk once a day, or some of them don't even walk like every day, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe just simple food and all that kind of thing. Then maybe play a bit and then just let them be like lap dog or something. I think that's like what some other people do lah. But for her particular, why I mean she's particular is because, oh, I tell you, the house, right, got so many different toys, different bed. Then the bag for Pufi is like, hey, this one like a little bit no good. Maybe we need to buy a new bag. Then buy like freaking like 8 bags or something. Then also she got like, wow, so many beds. Like to me, it's like, okay, 1 bed is enough. She just stay on that bed forever since young all the way and then just stay there. But then, oh, I got so many beds, so many chew, must eat the best chew, must buy don't know ostrich here lah, crocodile lah,
ostrich knee tendon.
What this is? And then there's like, then the food must like raw lah, have or like some form of like
the
medium cooked lah, then cannot have preservatives lah, all this kind of thing. Even I don't eat until so good,
Yeah, then treats cannot anyhow give.
Then outside a bit, wow. Then she has a lock, right? on her notepad that like can scroll forever one. It's like every single day, Pufi shit.
Hey, you know, so far I stopped already for a few days because her shit has been good. But then, right, yeah, it's quite long.
It's very long.
Wait.
Right.
Let me give you all. Then it's like got the shit emoji to tell you the consistency of her shit and what she ate. Exactly every single thing that she ate is in this list. Yeah.
But honestly, I think like if you want a pet, don't need to be like that lah. But like why you suddenly feel like, because with most other things in your life, you are not always this.
I'm not perfectionist.
Yeah, but then with Puffy, you are like just,
But it's a living thing. If I want to,
So I'm a living thing, you also
I don't
take care
care
of
about
me.
you. No, but then if she's a living thing, so it's important to give her the best. Because if you made the decision to buy her and like to own her, then you need to give her the best. And obviously you want her to live longer. If you want her to live longer, then you need to give her the best. You know how she go live longer?
So do you think like those people who are like maybe like me last time shouldn't
Okay,
have
but
a pet?
honestly, I am just very passionate about it. Like, I enjoy it. So like, it's not even that like I'm particular and then like, I'm like those like parents that become depressed. I'm like
I
very,
beg to differ.
hey. No, but I'm just,
Puffy outside. Why outside? Why outside?
yeah. But I'm just I like it. Like, I like to read. Like, even before we got Puffy, like, I just like to read about like her food, like what can I do to make her not bored, and then like make sure that I give her the best.
But her
and that
primary
she's
school got underline.
entertained, and she's like very having fun and she's happy. Yeah. I also don't know. How do you explain it? I think I just like it, so I just do it. It's like,
I think she's to her it's like Barbie doll,
baby,
Like
where are you going?
she got a live Barbie doll. Then she like to dress her up and
Oh my
all
god,
the-
but she does not look nice in clothes because she's a Pomeranian.
okay.
Puffy, this is very random. Hello.
Mm.
And then Puffy likes to kiss Isaac a lot.
No, not kiss. She just licks my right nostril like inside.
Puffy, come here. Hello.
Okay.
Come here. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is challenges we face. This will be quite interesting.
Yeah.
I think one of the challenges that I faced was Puffy is a very picky eater. But I blame it 100% on me. Because I like to spoil her. I like to give her a lot of food. And I like to give her a lot of different food. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, it's because you spoil a dog, that's why they are picky. You just like stuff them and all. But I'm like, do you stuff your children? You don't stuff children, right? You don't stuff children, then why must you stuff your dog? So that's my logic lah. Then it's like, imagine like someone just keep giving you the same thing, like every day you eat white rice. Then how will you feel if you eat white rice every day? Are you happy? That's not the whole point, right?
But when I young that time, my parents give me cai peng, then I everyday eat cai peng, then I hate it, right? But then now I love cai peng
Okay, I think she wants to go down.
right?
Go. You know where she want to go. No, but then like, even your cai peng got different taste The keyword is just one taste only
True. I think the main challenge that I face is Puffy keep barking. Like every time someone walk past the door, she bark. Then like got kids, she'll bark. And all that. Then it's like quite hard to control lah.
And I think another thing I had a lot of things. Cause right, this sounds like two completely different stories because Isaac doesn't really do like most of the grooming and like stuff like that. So he usually talks about like the everyday thing where it actually affects his life.
Which is a barking only. No, it's okay.
Yeah, so another thing that is a challenge is grooming. So like Puffy she very squirmy when you groom her. I think a lot of dogs are like that. But then like I know a lot of people be like, never mind, just force her, just do this, force her and stuff like that. But then our trainer actually taught us that like just slowly give her treats and stuff. And honestly, I don't regret like taking our time, even though it's really, really super hard. Like, like even from toothbrushing, right, you need to like touch her mouth, give her a treat. Touch her mouth, give her a treat. Then after that, touch the toothbrush on her mouth, give her a treat.
Yeah. So I mean, for those of you all that like want to know whether you want to get a dog or a pet or anything, so you have to brush their teeth. You have to feed them. You have to train them,
walk them. There's really a lot of things to do and there's a lot of time that goes into all these things lah.
How many hours do you think in a week that it would take you to actually take care of
Puffy
or any like normal dog?
or any dog? Honestly, I think every day like 3 hours maybe.
Extra of like things to do.
Yeah,
to take
because
care of
you
her.
need to morning feed her already. Goofy! See, I don't know where she go already. Okay, yeah, then feed her already, then you need to clean her backside. If she outside, then GG already. Then the freaking butt damn freaking dirty. Then after that, train her if you ever want to do it. I trained her more when she was younger lah, but now that she's like 1 year 4 months, I don't train her as much. But you should, if especially when they are puppy, and then you have to walk her, and walk usually like 30 minutes, about 20 to 30 minutes every day. Then weekends, we'll do more stuff, cause like activities like play dates or whatever. Then after that, you need to groom her, you need to brush her fur, you need to brush her teeth, then you need to wipe her, you need to clean her eyes.
So now you're scaring everyone.
Then you feed her.
Nobody want to have dog already after this.
But everyone says that, wow, I can tell that your dog is very well groomed. See, this is the kind of time that goes into a well groomed dog. And if you can't do it, then maybe just don't get a dog.
But so sad, then all the dogs
I mean, that's just, then never mind.
Yeah, so like there are a lot of like, I mean, we recently see all the Xavier and Pack and all that kind of like dog.
Wow, I damn angry
thing, right?
honestly. I see the video, right? I like damn freaking pissed off. It's like the way that they treat the dogs is just unacceptable. Like if anyone treats Poofy like that, I will like freaking stab them, bro.
What
the hell? It's damn crazy, damn irritating.
Yeah, but why? What kind of training?
Okay, so I think so
is
I mean obviously there's like the negative reinforcement training and the positive training.
So
I mean obviously
what's the difference?
the negative is that you use like more like you scold them, you beat them, you scare them, like basically like it's a punishment thing. So then because they get punished, then they were like, okay, I'm not supposed to do that. But then I don't agree with it because I feel like the dog will be confused lah, and they don't actually understand what you're saying. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh no, they understand, they understand that you are angry. But actually, I don't know if they do. And you wouldn't know if they do, so like, I don't know. For me, I just use positive reinforcement lah. Yeah. But I think one of the things that we need to learn is that like, dogs have their own character also. If not, you just go and get a robot. Don't get a dog. If you
So
want
what is like positive reinforcement?
like really just using treats, mainly treats. Or like reward, or like you play with your dog. Or like not reward, sorry, like praises, like say, oh, so good girl, so good girl. Yeah. That's the positive part lah. I mean, I think for like Poofy, we really fully use positive. And I don't know if it causes a difference, but for her, she has never beaten anyone in her entire life. And I don't think I can say the same for the negative punishment people because I think they're scared also lah.
But like for like there are some dogs that like.
But I think it's very hard.
you know?
Yeah. So I think it's very hard to like actually say lah this thing. Especially if your dog is very big. It's very hard to don't
like there's like all the different kind of
you get
collar and all that kind of thing also, right?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a dog trainer. Why are we talking about it? I don't know.
No, I don't know, but it's your preference,
Yeah,
right?
my preference is that I would prefer to use like a positive reinforcement like method lah, because I mean also because Poofy is very small, so there's no reason why we would use like anything that causes her pain lah. But obviously if you have like a German Shepherd or what, then it would be scary if you can't really like fully control. So I mean that's just what I think lah.
I think another challenge which is the main challenge for us is not being able to bring Poofy on the public transport in Singapore. In like a lot of places.
Ah, that's true. Actually, Singapore is really like super not pet friendly. We need to have a movement. Okay lah, but honestly, I have to say that Singapore has been increasingly more pet friendly as compared to like last time really. Last time it's just really like not pet friendly at all. But then like nowadays, I think not bad. Like somehow we still got like the Holland V Mall, but then most of the shops
but
are
honestly, you go to the Holland V Mall, right? It's just you only like a few. You can it's as
but
good
I think
as Star
no choice because
Vista.
we also have like races that cannot.
Yeah.
So yeah lah, but it's really very hard lah compared to like if you go to Europe and like all the
Then you can just have your dog
America and
around.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's just very different. Yeah, but that's, I think, one of the challenges.
So would then, if like you don't have a car, would you still recommend people to have a dog?
I think it's okay lah, just take cab lah. Just that you really have to cab everywhere lah. But if you have a car, it will be much easier.
But I think for us, right, because we both kind of like work from home-ish or like flexible work hours,
that also.
then like we can take care of Puffy, take turns and all that, right? But will you think like for someone who's like maybe
job.
I think a lot of the demographic that want to get a pet is usually like new couples, right?
Yeah.
Then if like they want to get a dog, will you like say actually
Yeah,
should they get or should they not?
I know there are a lot of owners who are like full-time working adults lah, but I personally feel that it's not advisable, especially for the first 1 or 2 years of the dog's life, just only plainly because like they need like training and they like kind of like need your emotional support in that manner. But I think it's just my preference. Like I personally think that if both of us were doing like full-time jobs where we have to go to the office and we probably have to work OT and stuff like that, I don't think we would have gotten a dog.
So like, do you have any friends like both like working full time then leave the dog at home kind?
Have lah, confirm have. I think Truffle is also.
Oh.
Truffle, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So I mean, it's okay, but they deal quite a lot with like separation anxiety, which is one of the things that a lot of people actually. So one of the questions that I got asked on like IG, right, is like, do we deal with separation anxiety and like how do we like then deal with it when we go to work? Okay, so to be very honest, we are quite blessed. I mean, yes, Puffy did like have a little bit of separation anxiety at the start lah, but then as she grew older, especially now, right, we don't deal with that separation anxiety at all actually. Cause really we just
I think you think like you ask her lor. So Puffy,
No, but
do
then
you have
people-
separation anxiety?
No, I don't know why Isaac keeps thinking that Puffy has separation anxiety because it's like compared to a lot of dogs, right? Puffy doesn't like literally we close the door, we go out, she sleeps.
So how does separation anxiety look like?
Separation anxiety is the moment you go out, right? They start wrecking things, they start howling, they start barking, they start walking around, pacing around because they're damn freaking worried. They cannot sleep at all, like no sleep.
But then I mean, when you leave Puffy, that one not counted. Eh?
She doesn't.
She does.
When I leave lah.
Yeah.
But then if she's alone, she doesn't.
Yeah lah. She just go and sleep lah.
Yeah. So that's not what. I mean,
Okay.
it's like, it needs to be manageable lah. Like if she's sad when I leave, then yay. I mean,
for
she
those-
loves me.
but for
what
those-
to do?
But for those people who like go office kind, then they just leave the dog there and from morning all the way until they come back home.
But yes, but then I also was talking to like one of my friends. Then she said actually they are fine one. Then I'm like, oh, okay. But I personally don't think it's okay lah because they are like alone like 8 hours a day. I don't know. It feels kind of sad to me. Yeah. I don't know. Personally, we never ever leave Puffy alone for more than 4 to 5 hours a day. Like really, we go out like immediately just like chung home kind. Don't know. Maybe tomorrow will be the first though. Tomorrow we really cannot be at home. But if we are out like for very long, we will send her to daycare. Usually lah. Like our friend's house.
Which is some cost also lah, right? So I mean, talking about cost, right? Then how much do you think like having other than the upfront cost of like paying for the dog or maybe a dog and then paying for the jabs and going to the vet?
Okay,
and
like just
all that.
every day, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, every day because Puffy is a very small dog, she's not very expensive. Yeah. So I think one of the things that like someone actually asked was like, let me see. I think one of the most asked question was about diet. So Puffy's eating raw food now, raw meat now. She's on a raw, so basically she's on a raw diet lah. And because of that, her meal cost actually is higher than kibbles but lower than fish right. You get what I mean? So there's also fish right raw. So I mean there's a lot of like different kinds of food lah. There's kibbles, which is like super highly processed. Then there's also like fish right raw, which is basically your raw meat, but then they fish dry it and then they have like your veggies and vitamins all in the pellet, which honestly is not bad also. But it's very expensive because they have to fish dry it. Then there's obviously like fresh feed. So there's like sous vide, which is sous vide.
Sous vide, yeah, I think sous vide, yeah.
So sous vide food, which is like gently cooked and then fully cooked and then like raw lah. Puvi is currently on a raw diet. Why I chose not really. I said would choose to
so what
keep on.
No, I mean
okay. In his defense, okay, go.
So we were walking at some park, then we saw this corgi with like the fur super shiny. Then we asked, hey, how the owner make the fur so shiny? Then the owner said, oh, she has been on raw diet since the start. So then I was like saying, hey, let's try raw.
Yeah. So
is it me or is it you?
No, but before that I asked you raw, then you say no. You're
Really?
like, no lah, don't want lah, raw. Are you sure or not? That kind of thing. Then after that, we're like, okay lor. Then you say, then after that, we agreed that like we wait for her to be 1 year old before we start lah. But actually, right, for all you guys out there, I think if you want to start raw, as young as possible is the best. Don't keep thinking like, oh, their stomach can't take it. Actually, what they cannot take is kibbles, because kibbles is very highly processed.
Why is raw good?
So I think a few things is like raw is very highly digestible for their body because that's like the most natural like food to them. The fun fact about Poofy's raw diet is that she eats it frozen. So I read online, right, they were like, your dog wouldn't want to find the center of your meat frozen, so please defrost it before like they eat and stuff lah. But then she likes to eat it frozen because it's like crunchy and she likes it. She doesn't really like the raw like mushy, very hard to like chew down kind of like texture lah. Yeah, so it's very highly digestible and you can tell lah from like her fur, so it's actually very nice. Like her fur is considered quite nice.
I think so lah. I think if we could say so ourselves.
Poofy, come here. You need to show off your... Okay, bye. Poofy is like gone already. Don't know what she's doing. But I mean, I feel like it's because of the diet. Like the diet really affects a lot of things. And one of the reasons why like I really like looked into like diet even for human is because of Poofy. Because I got into the whole like crazy like, there's what diet is good for her.
Oh, I tell you, man.
And then after that, it's just a lot of like research that went into it lah.
Every day,
gut health is the word.
Every day, like the plan to feed her is like different one. Then don't know, suddenly, no, cannot feed this. Then I like, but that was what you told me 2 weeks ago. Then like, no, change already. So I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, she has a lot of supplements also.
Yeah.
No, but the only trouble or like frustration, I guess, or like 麻烦 part about feeding raw, other than obviously that is raw and you have to store in the fridge and then like that kind of stuff, right? It's also like making sure that it is a balanced diet lah. So that's one of the more 麻烦 parts because you have to like add in supplements and like stuff to make sure that their gut is good, not just feed the meat.
So how much estimate for like Poofy that you spend? Okay,
so for her meals without the supplements is about $3 per day. 3-ish lah.
Okay. Which is quite okay lah, right?
A day.
It's like...
Yeah, so if you think about it, a month is like about $90 only. Is it my... Correct what? 30 times
$90.
Yeah, so it's like $90. Actually, honestly, very, very affordable lah. So if let's say... But then the thing is, if let's say you have a bigger dog like a corgi, then your price goes up to like $12 per day. So then you obviously see like, oh my god, it's like $360 per month lah.
Then if you have a golden retriever,
then even worse, or like 1K. I've heard my friend like feed golden retriever raw is like 1K one per month. Yeah.
But
why? Big one.
But kibble cheaper lah. That's why the big dogs always eat kibble lah. Yeah.
The kibble is definitely cheaper.
Like recently we saw this like this, is it Samoyed lah? Then he eat the... Or is it a Great Dane or what?
Don't know. It's one of the big ones. Or chicken rice.
Eat like 4 pack of chicken rice for 1 meal. It's crazy.
You eat chicken rice? But okay lah, I mean, I guess it works for them. I don't know, but personally, I wouldn't eat chicken. I wouldn't feed chicken rice because it's very oily lah, just for my own. But I think also, one of the reasons, okay, so I always tell Isaac this, so one of the reasons why I'm so particular about what Poofy eats is because she is very small. So every single thing that goes into her body actually matters. As compared to like, let's say like a golden retriever eat a small little treat versus her eating a small little treat. The difference is great, what? Cause like in relation to a body mass lah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, other than food,
Come here.
then add supplements.
Poofy, come here. Poofy, come. See this girl very stubborn. Come here. Yes, good job, Poof. Okay, come, everybody. Show off your fur to everybody. Look at that model. Model your fur.
Overexposed. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, other than food and all, what else do we need to spend on for
Okay.
like dog?
Oh yeah, then supplements. Yeah, supplements are quite expensive lah. But then because they are so small, right? Oh, whoa! Walao Poofy. She just decided that she wants to lick Isaac. Yeah, supplements are quite expensive, but it really
Okay.
depends on like. Actually, honestly, right, I don't even take into account the supplements stuff because I feel like they need it. So I just don't even think about it anymore.
Okay, but about agak how much?
Maybe per day extra. Yeah. Per day extra, maybe like don't know, few cents lah. Cause after you
okay.
split it out already, then it's very little only mah.
Okay, so about let's say $3 a day, then plus a few cents, let's say $1 lah, okay? Then $4. Then what else do we need to spend on?
Treats.
Treats.
Actually, treats are more expensive than the normal food. I
Okay,
think.
then treats is about how much?
Very hard lah. Don't know
So agak like for a dog of Poofy size, how much do we spend around a month?
Maybe $2 a day, so maybe like 6 times 30.
Like all in.
Dollars.
Like all in.
6 times 30, my god, $180. Then plus the cat fare.
Yeah, because
And her-
everywhere we go,
and
need
her
to take care.
activities.
I think do you spend like $1,000 for her every month?
I don't think so lah. I don't
So a
think
little bit
it's-
less lah, a few hundred.
Yeah, a few hundred, but maybe not so much.
Okay.
Maybe not
But
one.
bigger dog will be more expensive lah.
For sure lah. Still don't know where she want to go lah. Yeah. But yeah, I think small dog just more affordable. And easy to carry, just take
So
the bag.
if you all
Put her
have
in.
if you all have not that much money to spare,
Get a smaller dog.
a dog.
That is the lesson we learned today, okay? If y'all have not enough money.
But not too
Just
small
get a
lah. Don't go
small dog.
don't go
Don't
like
go
the
teacup
teacup
lah.
lah. That one very bad for them.
No, I mean teacup is fine unless you can really like make sure that it's very healthy. But then most of the time, just in general, teacup comes with extra health problems, which also means that you spend more on vets. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So going back to the diet part, right? So one of the reasons why I would not like feed kibbles, even though it's more convenient, is because it's healthier for the dog, and then like you don't have to spend so much on vet visits and stuff.
Oh, means what? Eating like raw or like other food lah.
Raw lah. Like eating raw would I mean like making sure that the dog has a good gut health. Because somehow like dogs' guts, right, is very like it influences their health a lot. Yeah, so if you concentrate on what you are feeding the dog and like make sure that everything that you feed is like good and stuff, right, then you will spend less on vet visits. I mean that's just my what I have observed also lah.
Then talking about vet visit, should you buy like pet insurance?
I mean we bought pet insurance, I don't know. Oh yeah, and then also for like treats. Yeah, like talking about treats, because I think someone also asked about like treats and stuff. Personally, I feed Poofy fish right treats. Just for personal preference, just because that is like the easiest to absorb, like nutrients absorbing is the best compared to like dehydrated and stuff, because dehydrated uses heat. So like when you use heat in general, whatever you cook or whatever is going to bring down the digestibility of whatever's put in their body lah. You can see one because their shit become bigger when they eat more dehydrated stuff. Yeah. And then like I think for kibbles, okay, so one of the reasons, the best reason why we switched from kibbles to raw was also like the number of times that she was shitting a day. When she was eating kibbles, she shit 4 times a day, and now she shit 1 or 2 times a day. Big change. Yeah.
But okay, so then like let's say like people want to buy a dog, or like they want to have a dog, then where should they shop? Cause like when we were starting out,
I
we were
don't
like
know.
just super confused. Like where do we buy everything? Like
Or where
the
do they
dog.
shop for
Yeah.
the dog? Okay, so I mean I can give like a few like recommendations lah. I don't know, hopefully it helps. But for treats I get from like Conspiracy. He always see on his phone, why you buy from Conspiracy again? Because I don't know why it goes to his phone lah. But then yeah, Conspiracy. Where do I go? What else? Wait, let me think. She got a lot. The Dog Grocer.
Don't even know what it is.
Puff, PAWFF, but that one is dehydrated treats lah. But then it's very good because they have like smaller treats, so like I don't need to like break the treats. Yeah. There's Wild Child, but I think Wild Child like CHOW is a bit like on the pricier side. Raw for Paw is also a bit.
But all these are like
pricier.
food stuff, right?
Yeah, food stuff.
Then-
Wait, I'll get that.
Okay.
So then there's Tucky Pets also. Yeah. So all these are like my favorite. Then recently I follow like In Good Time, THYME. Yeah. So that's quite near our house. So I'm gonna like, don't know, try some treats from there. So I personally just like a lot of like really nice treats lah. Like nice looking treats. It's very expensive, but it's just for my I don't know, for my fulfillment, for enjoyment. Yes.
Yeah, but then I mean, okay, so like what's like okay, like tomorrow I'm gonna get a dog, let's say.
Yeah, then the
what-
necessities,
like, what are
right?
the necessities?
Can buy from like Koher Pet. That time we bought from Koher Pets, right, from the start.
Yeah.
What do they need? Okay, I remember we got a list, right? That time was Poofy. Oh my
Sorry,
god.
she's
She's like, don't know what she's doing. Poofy, come here. She's making a lot of noise. You see? This girl, look at her face. Come here. Poofy, come here. Come here, bub. She very stubborn.
okay.
So this is like training in progress. She just very naughty.
Yeah, she has a
She has a
personality.
character, she has a
yeah.
personality.
Like her brother.
We allow it, we allow it.
So apparently, like the dog will follow one of your family people's character, and apparently Poofy chose Red.
Oh my god! It's the bra thingy. Helps. Poofy, come here. Yeah, no, so I always tell Isaac, right? I cannot fault Poofy for it because she just reminds me of me. You want to pan the camera? You pan the camera. Look at what she's doing. What the hell?
Oi.
See, this is 1
No.
year, 4 months of training, not working out. Okay lah, but we really allow it lah. Look at her, man. So irritating.
What do they need to get?
Oh yeah, it's what do they need to get? Okay, they need to get water bowl or like water, whatever you want to store. For us, we got like this water bottle thing that. Even got this water bottle thing that like look like hamster, like she drink from a hamster bowl like that. Like hamster was like metal thing. Pee pan. But currently we don't use the pee pan anymore because we realized that when we use the pee pan, Poofy only pees on the pee pan and she refuses to pee on the pee pad. Yes, pee pad. So because of that, it's just more troublesome. So she refused to pee on the pee pad, and then it was damn annoying because like, every time we bring her out, she don't want to pee on the pee pan.
Okay,
So
then?
anyway, that was another struggle, man. I tell you.
You need to play pen.
Playpen,
Do
wet
you need bed?
wipes.
Some dog don't
Don't
need
need
bed.
bed. Okay, I would tell you, right, don't buy a bed for your puppy because we bought a bed for our puppy and then we realized that it's damn dangerous because they will pee on the bed if they are too young. Come here, bub. Puffy, come here. Up here. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no bed. We can buy a bed lah, maybe like when they're older. Yeah, but Poofy loves beds. Most dogs don't love beds. So you got to really decide for yourself. Don't buy so expensive.
So which means your house, whether like Singapore house very small, right? So your house, the space must be able to fit the playpen lah.
Yeah, the playpen. Or you can get a crate lah, but crate training is more tiring lah, and more like, it's more tiring for sure. Especially if your dog is small. Because, the difference between crate and playpen can fit the pee pan, crate cannot. So like crate, you need to make sure that every like 1 or 2 hours or like however long they can hold their pee, you need to bring them out. If not, your training is ineffective because they will just pee in the crate.
I didn't even know that.
See, that's why I do all the training. Yeah, but basically that's the thing lah. That's why that time, so Joy is our is Poofy's trainer. That's why Joy actually recommended that we get a playpen instead of a crate. Because I was asking her whether like we should do crate training. Then she was like, oh, you don't really need it, and like unless you really want to lah. Poofy is kind of crate trained, I would say, because like she likes being in a crate also, because it's her safe space. But it needs to be soft lah, cannot be hard. Very good character.
So, I mean, you say a lot of bad things about, like, you make it sound like having a dog or like a pet is like very, like, 麻烦 lah.
I mean, I would say it's like having a kid lah, right? You confirm say like the kid, like you need to do this, need to do that, but then ultimately like it's a happy thing. Like I like doing things for Poofy lah. Like personally, I like doing things for Poofy lah. So it doesn't matter for me, but if like those are things that you feel like are very daunting, no, because I think this is a very good way of like giving a very realistic view of what you guys can expect if you're getting a pet. Because I hate it when like I see, like recently I've been seeing like videos online whereby like owners cannot deal with like the pet for a very long time, or like within 1 or 2 years they actually give up on the pet because they say that bad behavior or whatever. But then it's like if you don't even have the time to train your dog, then where do you expect them to like learn from? Yeah, so I really like.
But do you think like for this kind of cases is like sometimes it's the dog's personality, you know? Like you know, we humans like, also got like
I agree, but then you see it's like Poofy has a personality, but then if we didn't train her, she'll be a freaking like tyrant, right? Like she'll just be like
it's like 没有家教
yeah, 没有家教. But then now it's like she can make noise.
But there is a possibility where like you even try to train the dog already, but the dog just cannot be trained because they are.
Okay, then another thing is the breed that you get lah. Right? Because if you, let's say you say you want to get a pom, then you need to know that poms are very active, they are very noisy. Can you take it or not? If you can't take it, then don't freaking get a pom. Like I really hate it when people say like, I got a pom, but I want her to be like quiet, I want her to be like a lap dog. But then like, just inherently in their breed they're just not like that. Like, okay, yes, there will be different, obviously, based on your character and stuff, but then like, most of them are predisposed to not be like that. Like there is like guard dog like tendencies in poms also. So if you really cannot like one bark also cannot that kind, right? Then just don't get a pom lah.
Or it's like if you cannot deal with a Rottweiler's instincts, then don't get a Rottweiler. But I can't get a Rottweiler in Singapore, I think.
Yeah, but I mean like let's say for example Singapore special, like I mean obviously being like adopting is really good, but then let's say you cannot deal with like them being skittish, you don't know how to deal with it, then don't adopt, because then in the end you will be the dog will be the one suffering because you don't know what to do with the dog, and then end up like it's just not a good fit and you have to give up on the dog. And then the dog's the one suffering because you have to send them back or whatever.
Yeah, we have like Joy had a experience also that like a dog that like keep getting like put in the house, then a new house, then the owners cannot, then need to give back and all. It's quite sad lah.
Yeah, it's very, very sad lah. But I mean that was okay. That was an okay experience. But then there are worse where I saw like this Singapore special who was stuck in like this small space for many, many years, 8 years I think, because they said that like puppy was small, and then once it got to 1 year old, it became so big. Then they just left it in a cramped ass space. And just with like the shit and stuff. I mean, they still got clean, but then it's like dirty and like small and disgusting lah. So it's like, if you can't deal with it, then just don't get. Like, why must you? Yeah, you're just making it worse for the dog.
Which reminds me of my friend. He got his Singapore special, but like how he got his Singapore special was like in this crate in the middle of the highway. There was like a crate in the middle of the highway. Then the puppies were just left in the crate. Like they just were abandoned completely, like bunch of dogs, and some of them died the puppies died inside the crate, and then they just like each person take one and go home and raise the dog, and it's like quite sad lor. Like,
but that's that one is really very, very blessed for the ones that are alive because I'm sure that he's doing a really good job, like teaching the dog or whatever. But then it's like ultimately like you need to see like what are these breeds like predisposed to already do. Because if you can't deal, then don't get. That's why like now, like, yes, it might sound like I'm trying to say that, oh, you know, like getting a dog is very hard or whatever. But then like if you're not ready for like all these things to be on your plate, then don't get a freaking dog. Because I hate it when like they get and then after that end up like, oh, I got no time, I got what, I got this, I got that. Then don't get lah. Who asked you to get? Yeah.
But that being said, we are very, very, very...
No, I'm more than happy to have Poofy. Duh.
More than happy.
I mean,
no
like,
you love her lah.
I love her a lot lah, and I spoil her. I legit spoil her, and I personally feel that all dogs deserve to be spoiled, like the way that you will spoil a kid. And I hate it if people say like, oh, you know, like you can't spoil dogs or whatever.
So would you rather have a kid or a dog?
Oh my god, that's one of the questions I asked. Dog versus kid. Okay, I think this should be our last one. Yeah, this should be our last one. Okay, dog versus kids. I would prefer dog because my dog will leave me and it will love me forever. For the rest of his life. But a kid, you never know. They might not love you after like when they grow older and they will leave the house. My dog will never leave me.
But I think for kid, it's like you, especially at the early years, you have to put in so much effort into like a kid.
Yeah.
But for like dog, it's like really quite a lot of effort. But
it's only for like a few months.
But you can leave the dog in the house for a while and the dog will die. But then you leave the kid in the house, the kid will most probably die. Yeah.
And Isaac doesn't really like kids. Okay, I mean, we say this now. Obviously, if let's say we really do get kids in future, I don't know. But I'm just saying that like...
No, I mean, maybe if it's my kid, I will love my kid, right? But we are in the parent season, not the parent season yet. Yeah.
So like, currently we obviously protect our dog more than other people's kids.
I think most importantly to consider between a dog and a kid, right, is when you have a dog, I mean, other than put adoption and all that kind of thing, but like you know that there's an end date, which is whenever the dog die, right? And it will be within your lifetime, right?
Yeah.
But with like kid, it's like forever leh. You need to commit at least 20 years of your life, the next 20 years of your life to taking care of this kid and sacrificing everything for your kid. I think.
Nah. I don't know, just not what we want at this current stage.
At this stage lah, yeah.
She got another one. She found another pack of bra pads. Okay, but anyway, I think that's all for pet stuff.
So at the end of the day, like to summarize, like if you want to have what are the considerations to do you
have the time? Do you have the extra money? That's about it actually.
Time, money.
I think time is more important.
The temperament lah, right?
And the temperament of the breed that you are looking for. I feel that's very, very important. Like, if you want something that's a dog that's more docile and stuff like that, get a poodle, you know. But then, ultimately, right, no matter what breed you get, can be a poodle, can be a pom, can be whatever, train your freaking dog. If you train, you confirm can one.
And I think also need to think of like the arrangements, the house arrangements of like who can take care while you're not away and all that kind of thing. Yeah. So like time to train, money, considerations.
When you're leaving or like travel or
and also like the housing considerations. Yeah. Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us for this little pet talk. I feel like we talked so long.
She's so passionate about
I feel like I haven't even got like deep into it, but never mind. This is where we'll end today because I think it's getting a bit long. But I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any more questions about like pet stuff or like just want to talk about it, let me know anytime. I'm very happy to talk about it.
I tell you, she
I can go on and on and on and on.
She texts her pet friends for longer than she texts me, you know.
Like I always text like all my foreign friends.
Yeah, I thought with a new boyfriend.
You were like,
oh, you got a new boyfriend ah?
You're like, what? I'm very jealous why you keep talking to them? You never talk to me as much. Then I'm like, I talk to you about dog things Then you see whether you like or not. Yeah, but he's not as interested as I am, but I am very interested.
But I still love Poofy.
He loves Poofy but then it's like anything past that, it's like, whatever. Yeah, okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and see you guys in the next episode of A Glimpse of Life podcast. Bye!